I load it, I'll start letting people in. And then who am I making? Do I stay as host? Am I staying as host or am I making Emmanuel host? Babs,
Yeah,
who is host?
you're staying as host. Just make me the co-host. That's all.
You're not a co-host now?
Yeah, I'm not the co-host. I hand it over to you. So sorry.
I load it, I'll start letting people in. Ooh, it's time. We're live. We're live. Do I stay as host? Okay, guys, let's get started. Hello, everyone. Oh, I see people are joining. Welcome to the Binance Masterclass 3-day crypto trading course, DeFi edition. So we're just going to wait a few more minutes for more people to join. Hi, all panelists. Please be muted and keep your videos off. Thank you. Great. Welcome, everyone. Thank you all for joining. We're just going to wait a few more minutes for more people to join. Welcome to the Binance Masterclass 3-day crypto trading course for Africa. And this is the DeFi edition. I see a few familiar names from the last event. So welcome again. Okay. I'm just going to wait 2 more minutes and let more people join. Thank you all for coming. Nice to see you all. So just to let you all know, we're streaming live on YouTube today. So we're going to share a link very soon for you to share with your friends and family who can't join the Zoom call today. So just bear with us a few more minutes and then we're going to get started. I just realized that my video isn't even on. Let me sort that out. Hi, everyone. I'd love the Binance team members to put their videos on really quickly. And I'd also love the speakers to put their videos on really quickly. Hi, everyone. So we're really, really happy to have you all here again with us. This is another edition of the Binance Masterclass, this time the DeFi edition. I love how Brenton is showing his Binance shirt. So as you all know, Binance Masterclass has become the leading crypto training course for both crypto newbies and enthusiasts since we launched it earlier this year. Today, during this edition, we're going to touch on a bunch of things: the fundamentals of crypto, how to make money via crypto, how to identify scams, 30 ways to becoming a profitable trader, which Chris Annie is going to cover. We're going to talk about DeFi, which has been, the word of the year pretty much, how to buy and sell crypto, and much, much more. Thank you to all our communities in Uganda, South Africa, Nigeria, Kenya, and far and wide Cameroon. Those of you that are even outside Africa, thank you for joining us today. Before we begin, I'm just going to let a few more people join. I see we're raking up views, or almost 1,000 people already joined in the last 2 minutes. Amazing. And I'd like to quickly introduce the Binance team members that are with us today. We've got Brenton. Brenton is our business development lead for South Africa. We've got Babs. Babs, I can't see you. Babs is BD for Nigeria. We've got Emmanuel E, who's our brilliant community manager. So a few familiar faces for all of you in our Telegram communities. I'm sure you're familiar with us. It's really great to have you. Just waiting a few more minutes and then we shall kickstart. I'm going to drop the YouTube link for you all to share with your friends and family for those who can't make the Zoom call. Okay. Just one more minute and then we'll kick off. So something else that's going to make you guys very happy is the giveaways, of course. We've got some really exciting giveaways planned for today, tomorrow, and Sunday. There's up to $600 that you could all win over the course of the 3 days. There's a sign-up giveaway, there's a trading capital giveaway, and there's also a giveaway for the question and answers. If you've attended this event before, you know that there's always a giveaway on each day. So please look out for that. I'm sharing the YouTube link now in the chat function on Zoom. Everyone who's joining us on YouTube, thank you all for joining. Here's the YouTube link to share with your friends and family. All right, so let's get started. Binance team members, you could put up your videos now. I'd love to introduce, also a giveaway for the question. I'd love if everybody could stay muted if you're not speaking at attended this event before. Who is that? Somebody just please stay muted. Awesome. So I want to introduce our speakers over the 3 days, starting with day 3, actually. We've got Chris Annie. Some of you might know him as the Binance Africa Influencer of the Year. Hi, Chris. Thank you for joining us. So Chris is founder of Daba School, a digital education platform. And Chris will be teaching us all about crypto trading, 30 ways to become a profitable trader on day 3. Hi, Chris. Please just give us a bit more info about yourself and what we need to look forward to during your day.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone from this part of the world here in Nigeria. It's always an exciting time being on Binance Academy and helping to spread Bitcoin and cryptocurrency education across the world. We're in an exciting time. So for everyone, both the speakers and students, it's a privilege to share in this platform with you, and I'm honored, I'm humbled. During my own session, I'll be covering 30 ways you can become a profitable trader, what you need to know, and how you should take this current market. Yesterday, I shared something about saying we're in a bull market while everybody was capitulating. And in 24 hours, we've seen what's going on in the cryptocurrency market. So I'll prepare you mentally, I'll prepare you psychologically, and help you win in the remaining year. So get ready. You'll be super pumped. Strategies will be shared. And I'll give you one assignment, even as you're starting today. Get a note, get a paper, get your trading materials or whatever. Write down the goals you want to do for the month and for the remaining part of the year. My own for October is 30K USD in profits. I don't know what your own is. So go ahead, write it down, and we'll meet during my own session. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Chris. So our speaker on day 2 is Gray Jabesi from South Africa. Gray, please put on your video and say hello to our attendees.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm glad that everyone is here. We have almost 1,000 people. That's incredible. Thanks to see Binance put this together to get the crypto community together, but also everyone else who is here who probably have never cryptoed before. So I will be focusing on my side largely on DeFi, specifically talking about some of the things that Binance is already providing. So I will start with the general sort of opportunities that are available in the DeFi space right now. And then I'll also show you exactly how you can access them through Binance platform. That's the Launchpool and everything else that's, liquidity mining and stuff like that. And this is important because if you know how to play this game in DeFi, which is a very new phenomenon in the crypto market, if you know how to do it right, you can do it in a very low risk way, but also accumulate as many coins based on the amount of money you already have in your portfolio. So on my side, my portfolio has already pumped up largely because of some of the holdings that we have been holding, just really using that as leverage to grow our portfolio without trying anything or risking money in other trading options that are available in this space. So I look forward on day 2 to speak to you guys. But today is a good start. So I wish everyone the best and talk tomorrow.
Thank you so much, Gray. Thank you for joining us. And we're looking forward to your session tomorrow. So before I introduce our next speaker, and actually our speaker for today, I just want to give you guys a few housekeeping rules. So if you've attended this event before, you kind of know what I'm going to say next. So the first thing is, any chats that you want to have, keep it in the chat function. General conversations, hello, how are you? We love Binance, we love Africa, all of that wonderful stuff. Please keep it in the chat function. If you've got any questions for our speakers or for the Binance team, please use the Q&A function at the bottom of your screen on Zoom. I see someone's already asking questions. I see questions already being answered. Thank you to our Binance team members, our Binance angels. Please, 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 they will be there to answer all your questions using the Q&A function. Another thing I want to let you know is that we have a big announcement on day 3 for all of you. I can't share too much about it now, but we have a massive announcement that is going to be revolutionary for crypto on the continent. Again, for those people who can't attend today, the YouTube live stream is there, and we're always going to be there on YouTube for the other days. But Zoom is really where the action is. Zoom is where you can have all the conversations with the team, ask questions. We also have some angels on the YouTube page that will be answering some questions there. But in terms of where the action is at, Zoom is where it needs to be. Another thing I want to share with you all is, I think I've already mentioned the giveaway. So we have a giveaway today. We're going to be giving away about $120 to 20 people, or 24 people, I think $5 each. And this is going to be based on the questions we're asking after George's session. I'll soon introduce George. We also have a trading capital giveaway on day 3. We have another giveaway on day 2. And I'm sure all of you saw the sign up giveaway. There's also that. There's a lot of giveaways, and we're really excited to have this course. What else have I missed? I think that's pretty much it. So without further ado, I'd love to welcome George. George, let me make you a co-host. My apologies. I've just made you a co-host. So George is our speaker for today, and today's topic is really an intro into Bitcoin and the fundamentals. This is going to be a 2-hour session. I saw a few of you asking. Every single day of the masterclass is about 2 hours. It's a masterclass, so we're trying to give as much information in as much time as we can. 2 hours is quite a tight time, but we can always make it work. George Mwakisha, forgive me if I pronounce your name wrongly. He is coming all the way from Kenya, and he's going to be teaching about the history and fundamentals of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, how to identify and avoid scams, and keeping your crypto safe. And after George, we're going to have a Q&A, a live Q&A where you can ask questions. But in the meantime, please type your questions in the Q&A box. Cool. I think that's all of it. George, if you could please turn on your video and your audio, and please introduce yourself to our audience, and please start your session. George? So I believe I've made George a co-host, so let's see. George, are you able to turn your camera on now?
Okay, I'm able to turn, but I can't see if you guys can see me.
We need you in a bit of a brighter space, George. Can you put
on? Now,
yeah.
Probably the camera might not work, so I'm not sure because my room is not very lit.
That's fine. But you should be able to share your screen. But if you could just, in the meantime, tell us a bit about yourself and your background. We're really happy to have you here with us today.
Okay, so my name is George Mwakisha, and basically I'm a banker by profession. I've been in the banking industry for quite some time now, almost 10 years. And then now focused on blockchain education, crypto trading, and helping to spread the word about this revolutionary technology. So I'm based in Kenya, and I have quite a community, and yeah, so that's about me. I don't know if you any other questions probably about me, we can just check them out on the chat.
Great, thank you, George. Take it away. So we have about 50 minutes for George's session, and we're going to start now. And right after George's session, we're going to have the first giveaway. As a reminder, if you've got any questions for George or the Binance team, please type it using the Q&A box on Zoom. And then for a few lucky attendees, we're going to let you ask questions live rather. So we're going to let you put on your audio and ask George a question live, but that's after the first giveaway happens. Okay, so George, let's go ahead with your session.
All right, thank you very much. So my session is about three-day crypto trading. So I'll be talking about the history of Bitcoin, okay, and cryptocurrency. So where did all these things start? And And of course, I'll talk about the fundamentals of crypto, and then slightly jump into how we can avoid scams, and then of course how you can be safe in this space. So let me just know if I'm audible enough. I don't know if you can let me know.
You're good.
Okay.
We can hear you perfectly.
All right, good. So now let's start with the history of Bitcoin. People say that Bitcoin started in 2008, but I have a different version. Actually, blockchain started way back in 1979 when some guys like Ralph Merkle came up with the Merkle tree, and around 1993, some Adam Back came up with proof of work. In 1996, some guy by the name Nick Szabo came up with smart contracts. So basically what I say is that Satoshi Nakamoto, who created Bitcoin in 2008, he is not like the founder or the guy who started Bitcoin, okay? He actually implemented all these technologies which guys had been, went unused, okay? All these technology, time stamping, all these technology, put them together and form Bitcoin. So in 2008, Satoshi Nakamoto created Bitcoin, and then a domain by the name bitcoin.org was registered. And then around 2009, we had the first Bitcoin transaction, okay? That was done in a marketplace at the time. And then around 2010, we had the first marketplace, which was named, actually, it was named Empty Gox at the time. And that was for Bitcoin. It was created at that time. Actually, that was a gaming platform which was changed to exchange Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies at the time. So on May 22nd, we had this is a history which was made. The first online transaction, which was done by a guy called Laszlo. Okay, he bought 2 pizzas for 10,000 Bitcoins. Okay, 10,000 Bitcoins. So 10,000 Bitcoins at today's price, we're talking of 110 million. Okay, $110 million worth of Bitcoins at today's price. Okay, so that's averagely today prices. So that guy right now, I think when he looks at that, those 2 pieces, I really hope he really had a good one. And of course, on October 16th, 2010, the BTC is purchased and traded in the current price for the first time, okay, as a currency for the first time. And then around November, the market cap reached around $1 million, okay? That was at that time. Now, around 2011, we had Bitcoin equal to $1 value. That means Bitcoin was $1, and the market cap at the time reached $10 million, okay? And 2012, we had other cryptocurrencies. Hello, can you please mute yourself, the one who's just joined us? All right, thank you. So around 2012, we had many other cryptocurrencies were coming up. So I don't want to mention them. Litecoin was that popping up at the time, and many other cryptocurrencies. We had Namecoin. We had Dashcoin came out slightly a bit later at the time, but most of them were using the same principles of Bitcoin. So they were not like any way different at the time. And then around 2013, we had a rise of other marketplaces. Okay, so Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. And the biggest price volatility was also experienced at the time, where BTC price had actually fell 80% down, okay, in 24 hours. So that was the biggest volatility ever experienced actually in the market. So at around 2014, December, the Bitcoin rate reached around, okay, that was 310, that was the price at the time. And then around 2014, okay, guys, as you join, please just ensure you are muting yourself so that we don't have a lot of interruptions. Thank you very much. And then, yeah, so basically around 2014, prices were considered as stabilizing, okay, because that time around 310, that was the price of Bitcoin per dollar, and which was a sign of the currency strengthening as well. 2015, around October, that's when the price exceeded $500. Okay, and favorable moment also for the other digital currencies, including Ethereum. That was the time they were coming into space. The guy Vitalik Buterin was coming up with Ethereum protocol at the time. So 2016, that's when now, because of Ethereum, Ethereum opened doors for people to build projects on the Ethereum blockchain. So it led to what you call ICO. Okay, actually Ethereum is one of the Ethereum is not the first one to do an ICO. There was another coin which tried to do an ICO, which was not successful, but Ethereum made it possible for funds to be raised on the Ethereum platform. And by that, we had a lot of cryptocurrencies coming up at the time. A lot of ICOs projects were launched at that time, and Bitcoin had increased by value by approximately 120%. Bitcoin exchange rate fluctuated between $350 to $400. Okay, and by mid-June, the Bitcoin rate was doubled and reaching around 720 per Bitcoin. All right, so market capitalization also exceeded $15 billion. All right, so 2017, we call it the year of ICO boom. Those of us who have been in that at the space at that time, we had we realized that there were so many ICOs. Okay, so many ICOs coming up at the time, and actually Bitcoin, which pushed most prices of existing coin up. Like Bitcoin now, it made the all-time high at 19,650. Ethereum went, I think, all the way to it went all the way to $1,000 something at the time. So market cap reached $800 billion. Okay, and that is for the whole cryptocurrency space. Okay, and over 1,500 cryptocurrencies were launched and traded at the time. Okay, also during that time, there was also a lot of other scamish projects which are coming up. Okay, anyone just comes up with a fake project and they were able to scam people because people didn't really have much of an understanding, and because it was more of a hype thing at the time. So people are just chasing any project. But those which existed did very well. And 2018, there was a market correction. Okay, so prices started going down, and a large market correction, which actually it was a testing ground for the real projects and the fake projects. So the real project stood the test of time, and the fake project, this is the time where they just disappeared and went under. So major crypto market corrections, which resulted to an increase of stable coins. Okay, because people started asking, how do we transfer these volatile currency, exchange it to a stable currency? So there was a rise of a lot of stable coins at the time. And 2019, there was a shift now from ICO to what we call IEO. So ICO is initial coin offering. If I didn't introduce it earlier, it's initial coin offering, which is basically a way of raising.
Hi, George. We can't hear you anymore. Can everyone hear me? Can everyone just let me know if they can hear me?
Yep,
Yeah.
perfectly, Dami.
Okay, great. So sorry, everyone. I think George is having an issue with his sound. Let's just give him a few more minutes.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Hi, George. Yes, we can.
Okay, I'm not sure what happened because I went to mute. So I don't know where I lost me.
So we're still on the page, the history of Bitcoin. Let's start from there.
Specifically which year? Because I'm actually on 2020.
I think it was 2018.
Okay.
Can everyone in the chat confirm? Let me just confirm where everyone is. 2019 and 2018. So let's go back a bit, please.
All right, good. So that's where, okay, so I talked about in 2018, there was a market correction. So prices started checking out, and then that's where most real projects stood the test of time, and the fake projects actually could not last in that particular time. So in 2019, we had a shift from ICO to IEO. So ICO, we have said it's initial coin offering, whereby projects were raising funds, okay? Projects were raising funds, whereby you just come up with a white paper and then raise funds for that. And we shifted to IEO. Now, IEO is initial exchange offering. Now, initial exchange offering stood to be much safer because exchange could vet projects before they were listed in public for fundraising, okay? And that made it easier for people to trust some of these projects, okay? So if you look at 2020, now that is where we are right now. We call it the year of decentralized finance, okay? Decentralized finance. If you have noticed that, for those who are here for the first time, if you have noticed that we are talking about DeFi, okay? DeFi, AKA DeFi, also known as DeFi. So today's session is about DeFi, and we have, tomorrow we'll be featuring that topic specifically. So make sure to be in our tomorrow's session as well so that you can understand the whole crypto spectrum. All right, thank you so much. So now we are going to fundamentals of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. So Bitcoin is the first digital, decentralized, electronic, peer-to-peer payment network, okay? It's the first decentralized and successful, okay? Because before Bitcoin, there were all the other many attempts to come up with a decentralized cryptocurrency, or rather e-money, or rather money which can be used on the internet. So Bitcoin managed to take care of that. And then, unlike traditional payment networks, there is no intermediary like a central bank. So most people keep asking, who is in control of this Bitcoin? Which central bank? Or why is my government not approving it? It's because nobody has the control of the currency, okay? It's a decentralized currency, which is owned by the users. So the people who are in the network who are using it, those are the owners, those are the users, and those are the guys who basically approve. And, there's the part of mining, which we can cover later, which manages the approval and denial of transactions on the blockchain. Now we'll talk about that, so don't worry if probably I'm jumping the gun. So activities and balances are stored in a public ledger, which is called blockchain, okay? So this public ledger called blockchain, we say blockchain is the technology behind Bitcoin. Now I'll talk about blockchain in details in the next slide. And then transactions are verified by thousands of computers called nodes, okay? So nodes are responsible for maintaining the network across the globe through a term known as mining. So I'm sure some of you have heard of this term, Bitcoin mining, okay? Bitcoin mining, this crypto mining, and so on and so on. So basically, mining is approving and verifying and approving transactions on the blockchain. Just in simple terms, mining is a way to approve and verify transactions on a blockchain. Very, very simple. So someone can ask who approves. So it's what you call the miners. They're companies which have come together, or rather people who have come together to be part of the network, whereby you can be able to approve and deny a transaction in the blockchain. Now, I would like to talk about the differences between cryptocurrencies as a whole and fiat money. So someone might ask, what is fiat money? So fiat money is the normal currency which you use, the Kenya shillings, the rand, the naira, the Uganda shillings, and so on, all right? Those are the normal currencies. We call them fiat. So what is the difference between fiat money and cryptocurrencies? Now, number one, fiat money is government-issued currencies, okay? And they're also controlled by the same governments, okay? So each government has their own money per se. So we have the US dollar, which is controlled by the US government or the Fed. We have Kenya shillings, which is controlled by the Kenya government and the central bank. We have the rand, South African government, and so on and so forth, all right? So fiat money is issued by a specific government and is attached to a specific country. Cryptocurrencies, on this case, it's a digital asset that exists in a code, okay, with no government control. So you can't say like Bitcoin is controlled by anyone. No government can come and say, we own Bitcoin. No, it's basically a currency for the globe. It's a global currency, you can call it that. So tangible, and so that, now on fiat money, another feature of it, it's tangible and as an aspect of electronic form. So basically we call it paper money. So fiat money is in form of paper, but of course nowadays they have found a way of putting it in electronic form whereby you can transact online or you can send money from, let's say, mobile money and stuff like that. But you can't call it a cryptocurrency in that case because it's electronic. No, you can't use that term on it. So cryptocurrencies, they're not tangible. No one can show you cryptocurrency, okay? They usually exist in a digital form and they are usually in a blockchain environment. And then in fiat money, we have unlimited supply. We have, the government can decide to print as many money as they want, as many currencies, as many papers as they wish to print. When there's election, you find government goes to print more money so that they can come to the people and give them money to be voted in. Now that creates, basically it devalues the currency in the long run, okay? So they can print, nobody can tell you how many US dollars are there in the world. Nobody can tell you how many shillings we have. Nobody can tell you how many nairas they are there. So if they want to print more, they'll just print more and more and more, devaluing the currency more and more and more, some more, okay? So one day you might walk in a bank and realize your money is at zero value. Now, limited supply like Bitcoin. So in cryptocurrencies, we have limited supply, whereby there is a capping to the maximum number of coins you can ever have in a specific currency. For example, Bitcoin, maximum we can ever have is 21 million, all right? Right now we have mined already, the ones in circulation is 18 point something million, okay? Bitcoins in circulation already. So that means that we can always, the maximum we can ever have is 21 million and we cannot have more than that. So that also means that the price of Bitcoin is ought to be going up because the supply is diminishing as the time goes, okay? And as also the demand increase, it can definitely push the prices up, because if more and more people start understanding what Bitcoin is and start storing Bitcoin, then we are 7 billion people in this planet. So for 21 million Bitcoins to be divided by 7 billion people, it means we have to scramble for the scarce resource. So that will also push its prices up in the long run. So that's how cryptocurrencies, basically codes, have been created, whereby in the long run, prices can be able to go up, and there's that economics in cryptocurrencies. Now, there's a central body in control for fiat money, like the Fed in the US, central banks, okay, in most current countries. So there's usually a central body which basically issues, okay, and controls the banks which transmits the money to the public. So in cryptocurrencies, there is nothing like that. We have a very, or rather complete decentralized platform whereby there's no single point of control, okay? The cryptocurrencies are mined, okay, through a complex algorithm process, and that way it brings new currencies to the public, okay? And also it's by doing that, then we help in increasing the number of currencies in the crypto space. So pegged to a specific country. So fiat money, as I said earlier, they're pegged to a specific country, and cryptocurrencies are global, can be used by anyone, okay? You can be able to send your money from here to from wherever you are to wherever you want to send, let's say from here to China, in very few minutes, faster, without nobody asking you why are you doing this, okay? While if for fiat money, I think I should have added that. For fiat money, you have to go to the bank, okay? Or another central body which can help you send money to a specific country which you want to send. And of course, by doing that, you have to fill forms, you have to bring your ID, you have to show them who you are, why you're sending that amount of money. In cryptocurrencies, you can send as much money as you wish to whatever country as you wish, as many times as you wish. There's no one who is going to stop you from what you want to do. Okay, so let's talk about blockchain. Now, I talked about blockchain earlier. So what is this blockchain, okay? Now, I've tried to come up with a very simple way for you to understand what blockchain is. But the first thing you should think of blockchain, number one, it's a technology, okay? Before we go deeper, blockchain is a
technology. So what is it in details? Blockchain is a distributed digital ledger technology that enables movement of digital assets from one party to another party without the need of a central party or without the need of middlemen, okay? It enables what we call peer-to-peer transactions, peer-to-peer transactions. So in simple terms, blockchain is a distributed digital ledger, okay? Think of a normal ledger that can enable you move digital asset. Now, by digital asset, we mean anything which is in digital form, like cryptocurrencies, okay? They're all digital assets. If you study blockchain deeper, you can understand that you can put your car on blockchain, a house can be put on blockchain, and so on and so on. So any asset which is put, even land registry can be put on blockchain. So from one party to another party without the need of a central party. So you will not need a central person or a middleman to come and help you finalize your transaction. It's just between you and the receiver, okay? It is the underlying technology behind cryptocurrencies. So Bitcoin is the first digital currency or cryptocurrency. Actually, I avoid calling Bitcoin cryptocurrency. So Bitcoin is the first digital asset to be created on a blockchain technology. Okay, it enabled what we call peer-to-peer transaction without the central banking or without the middleman. It is completely decentralized and secured by cryptography. So we'll talk about security slightly later. So when you talk about decentralization, it's just the opposite of centralization. Think of the normal currency, which are centralized. There's a central body which controls those currencies. And then think of cryptocurrencies which are not controlled by a central body. That means they are in a decentralized environment whereby we call them nodes. Each node is an approver of a transaction, or as well as part of the transaction, okay, part of the network, okay. So creation of Bitcoin has opened doors to this revolutionary technology called blockchain, since it was a game changer. So blockchain is a perfect tool, especially in areas where trust and transparency are key. Things like government transactions, money, identity, okay, where we need to authenticate the parties and the value being exchanged. So blockchain is a very, very important tool in this case because we don't have one to fake anything. You just have to be real. So if it's election conducted on blockchain, it's very, very easy to do such an election on a blockchain environment or on a blockchain technology. So I'd like to know if anyone would like to understand deeper, especially on things like election, land registry. How can you transfer your title deed from one person to another person, and so on and so on. So if you like to just understand that in depth, I don't know if I'll have a lot of time. So if I want, I will definitely take it a little bit deeper. Now, blockchain enables something called smart contracts. So for you to exchange value from one person to another person, there is need, okay, for those parties to agree in a digital way. So after creation of Bitcoin, there was need to entrepreneurize blockchain because remember, Bitcoin, its goal was only one: movement of cash, okay? E-cash. In fact, Bitcoin is called electronic cash. If you look at the Bitcoin white paper, it's an electronic cash system. So just its goal was simple: e-cash, okay? It was not meant to do much. It's just moving money from one point to another point without the need of a central party. Simple, all right? Very, very simple. But we had guys now later on who started Bitcoin and started feeling like Bitcoin is not going to scale if we do not think on how we can entrepreneurize it. How do we put companies to be able to be part of this technology easily, okay? So with the entrepreneurization of blockchain technology, where the technology can be used to exchange value and other assets other than money, okay? So to do that, there was need to come up with a way on how you can be able to make that possible. So to exchange value like land, physical resources like gold, silver, houses, etc., there will be need to have some sort of an agreement. And if we're talking about digital assets, we need to legitimize digitally this transaction. All right. You don't need to go to a lawyer and tell them you want to sell a house to another person. So you need to have a way whereby blockchain itself can legitimize, can be able to say part A wants to sell his house to part B and at this amount, and they will be selling at this time. And if they don't, if it does not send the money at this time, that kind of an agreement. Okay, so that agreement is what was called smart contracts. So smart contract, what is smart contract? A smart contract, in a very simple way, very, very, very simple way, which should be in your head by the end of this explanation, it's an automated, computerized, legal contract. Simple. If you finish it there, that's fine. But if you want to go more, say on a blockchain, okay? It's an automated, computerized, legal contract on a blockchain, okay? On a blockchain. Very, very simple. Now, for techies in the house, this is for you. It is an automated, computerized protocol used for digitally facilitating, verifying, and enforcing the negotiation of performance of a legal contract by avoiding intermediaries and directly validating the contract over a decentralized platform. So in this case, the central platform is blockchain. So it's very fast, it's very, very cheap, and very, very secure. Okay, you remember whatever you write on the code, you cannot come and edit, or rather cannot come and change. All you can do is update. Okay, you can probably put another code that if this rule is broken, we will do this. If this person does not send money by 12 in midnight tonight, we will agree that the asset goes back to the owner. Okay, in that case. So that's how smart contract is done. And more about smart contracts. Smart contracts is a self-executing contract with the terms of the agreement. The buyer and the seller have to directly agree on certain terms, and it's written in lines of code. The code and the agreements contained therein exist across a distributed, decentralized blockchain network. Okay, smart contracts permit trusted transactions and agreements to be carried out among disparate anonymous parties without the need of a central authority, legal system, or external enforcement mechanisms. They render transaction traceable, transparent, and irreversible. Okay, so basically, why all these smart contract things? Why is all this blockchain thing? It's only solving one problem, guys. It's only solving one very simple problem, and the problem it's solving is trust. Okay, trust. We have a way that we don't trust each other. So if we can come up with a way whereby I don't know you, I've never met you, but you can be able to do business, then that's the way to go. So basically, that's smart contracts and blockchain are trying to solve. Now, advantages of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. So what are some of the advantages of Bitcoin? Number one, Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, they put you in control of your own money. Okay, you don't have, like right now, we have probably some few amounts of money in a mobile platform, some few amounts of money in a bank. Okay, if you want to take that money, you have to visit your bank, or rather you have to use your ATM. Basically, you're asking for permission to access your money. Now, if they really deny your money, you cannot be able to access it. But if you have your cryptocurrencies in your wallet, we'll talk about wallets in the next slides, you will be able to do it on your own. You don't really need to ask anyone for permission to do whatever you want to do. If you want to send billions of dollars outside your country, you can do it easily. If you want to receive as well, it's very, very easy and simple. So it puts you in control. So basically, in cryptocurrencies, you are the banker of yourself. You are the bank. Okay, you're not like asking for another bank outside you. Governments cannot erode your wealth by printing money backed by debt. So usually governments and central banks, they print a lot of money, and they devalue that money by printing more and more money. Dollar, for example, since they removed the pegging of dollar of gold from the dollar, it has lost 96% of its value. All right, since 1913, actually, yeah, from 1913 up to now, dollar has lost 8% of its value. If you check other currencies like euro and so on, they have really lost value. Okay, our own local currencies, guys, you know how they are. They're just desperate. I call them our desperate currencies, okay, because they are really, really desperate. So we need cryptos so that you can help stabilize that. Now you can store your money in a piece of paper. Okay, now that's another way of storing money, as long as you understand how to do it. Okay, remember, if you lose that code, you will lose your money. Thumb drive, okay, or a phone. Okay, now by phone I mean you can download your wallet and put it on your phone. Okay, but the safest way to store your cryptocurrencies is usually on an offline. Okay, we call it on cold wallet. So it's a way of it's sort of like it looks like a hard drive, ledger, okay, like nano ledger kind of a way of storing. So once you put your cryptocurrencies there, you remove them offline, okay, and actually you can even be inventive. You don't really need to look for that. You can just buy a phone which is good enough, and you just download a wallet, and once you're done, put it in your safe. Okay, remove it online, put it on your safe. That's another way of storing the money safely. You don't really need to think of a ledger wallet if you don't think how to get it. Send it to anyone in the world at any time. That one you can do it. Transactions costs are much lower, and transactions time are much faster. So that is some of the advantages. You can do it transactions very fast and easily. Now, some of the shortfalls of Bitcoins and cryptocurrencies. Now, number one of the biggest shortfall, like we've seen in 2011 or 2013? Yeah, 2013, on the history of Bitcoin, we saw that Bitcoin fell in prices 80% in 24 hours. Imagine, 80%. Imagine that. Okay, that is really volatile. But again, for us traders, or rather for everybody who understand how to trade, volatility is an opportunity. Okay, we love volatility. Volatility helps you make decisions quickly and helps you make more money faster. As long as you understand how to trade Bitcoin, you can take advantage of the volatility in the crypto space. That is basically what makes crypto be crypto. Okay, we don't want this price to just be stable, because they become stable coins. Okay, and that's not what crypto is for. Crypto is an opportunity for people to leverage and an opportunity to make money and so on and so forth. So volatility equals the opportunity to make money, but you have to understand how to trade. Okay, don't jump into trading before understanding. So make sure you stick to the end of this session, of this 3-day session, so that you understand trading. Trading is very important in crypto, and it's a very important thing to understand as a person. Okay. Number two, lack of regulation. Of course, lack of regulation has opened doors to scammers, guys. There's so many scammers in this space. And actually, I would like to say thank you very much, you guys, for joining this platform to learn from the experts. Okay, hear from the experts. Don't be told. Okay, don't wait to be told by some people outside there. This is the Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin, because there's too many scammers. You can end up getting scammed easily. Okay, and you lose your money. So once you join such kind of forums, you're able to understand. Capacity scaling issues, rigidity in the network, especially on Bitcoin blockchain. Okay, I'm unable to explain that in details, but basically Bitcoin is a blockchain which you cannot re-innovate it. Okay, if you have to re-innovate it, you do something called a forking, whereby you divide the tree. Okay, I don't want to go into details of that, but basically you cut it into two, whereby you've heard of Bitcoin Cash, you've heard of Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin Diamond. All those are what you call fork. Okay, they cut part of the chain, and then they come up with probably they just edit the code a little bit, improve a few things here and there, and they come and sell it to the world. Tell them, hey, this is Bitcoin Cash, this is Bitcoin Gold, this is Bitcoin Vault, this is Bitcoin what? Okay, all those are just forks from the main Bitcoin protocol. All right. So mining. Okay, mining is the process of verifying transactions on a blockchain. We talked about that. So don't forget those simple definitions. So mining is a process of verifying transactions on a blockchain. So what does mining become a disadvantage? Now, mining consumes a lot of energy, over 2.55 gigawatts by 2018. Okay, so basically it consumes a lot of energy. And basically say if Bitcoin is a country, it could be ranked number 66 out of 195 in terms of energy consumption. So that is really a lot of energy. But again, this makes it very impossible, extremely impossible for anyone to hack the network. That's one of the reasons why Bitcoin is safe and trusted. So it makes it impossible for just anyone to come and think you can just come into the network and, you know, hack the system with using your simple laptop here. Okay, your laptop uses 250 watts, I don't know what. So it cannot be able to do anything. It will just crash if it tries to connect to such a network. So other cryptos are very fast. Okay, more new cryptos we have in the space. They're more faster, scalable. You can be able to do more things on them. And the mining mechanisms are also different. Okay, and they're very fast and cheap to use. So it's also important just to understand other cryptocurrencies. We'll talk about others in the next sessions. Let's talk about security. So Bitcoin is a distributed ledger, okay, technology, forged by a consensus protocol combined with a system of smart contracts. So Bitcoin is the first smart contract to be implemented. So it makes it very hard for anyone to come and think they can hack the system, okay? There are many other things we'll not talk about here, including the Merkle tree concept on Bitcoin, okay? The proof of work concept, it's what we are calling the consensus algorithm of Bitcoin. It makes it very hard for anyone to come and just edit or do anything malicious in the blockchain, okay? Cryptography, okay, it's a way of securing the transactions on the blockchain. So cryptography is a technology as well. And then transactions are bundled in blocks. So each block's cryptographically linked to each other and form sort of a chain, okay? So one block basically needs to have a hash, or rather an identity of the previous block. And the next block needs to have an identity of the previous block and the previous block. And that's how it goes and forming sort of a chain. So for you to hack all these transactions, or rather the last block, if you want to try to hack, you have to correct all these identities. So let me use the word identity because it's easier to understand. Otherwise, you can say all the hash of these other blocks previously preceding blocks. Now, if you have to do that, you have to be very fast before the next transactions updates. Now, that is another way which is just directly impossible for you to hack the system. Ledgers synced through consensus mechanism, I talked about that, and then anti-tamper mechanism. Basically, yeah, we say once a transaction is on the blockchain, it cannot be changed. We talked about that in the smart contract. So once a transaction is on the blockchain, it cannot be changed, but it can only be updated. So what happens is that we call this immutability. So it cannot be changed or tampered with. That's why if voting was to be done on blockchain, you know, in Africa, we have big problems when it comes to voting. Once the people have already voted, and you cannot go and vote twice because the network already identifies you as a specific identity. So you cannot probably use your specific identity code to go and vote again. So once you vote, you can't change that, can't tamper that, okay? Now, consensus algorithm is a way of agreeing, okay, how to verify transactions on blockchain. So Bitcoin blockchain, for example, uses a consensus algorithm called proof of work. Okay, proof of work. So what is proof of work? Proof of work is that before a transaction is, okay, it's a complex algorithm whereby verifying transaction includes solving a very complex mathematical or a puzzle, and it's in more of competition. So the miners are supposed to compete to verify and solve a specific a problem in a very short span of time. So that alone itself takes sort of 10 minutes to verify. Now, once that verification is done, then the miners have to come together and agree, yes, this is the one who has got it correctly. Now, that is not people, those are computers, supercomputers, not just computers, but supercomputers, which use a lot of energy to do that proof of work. So proof of work is basically, you have to put a lot of work to verify transaction, and the one who verifies transaction is awarded Bitcoins. So that is how they are rewarded, okay? Now, for those who want to go deep on that, you can look for the book called, this book by Andre, He wrote a book called Bitcoin something. Let me remember that name, and then I'll share it with you. You can go deep. For those who want to be so techy, okay, please take time and read those. Proof of stake is used in the Ethereum blockchain, and many other cryptocurrencies use different. We have over a dozen of consensus algorithm in the space. So how do you keep your cryptos very safe? Okay, I'm just checking my time and seeing I'm okay. How do we keep your cryptocurrencies safe? So before you understand how to keep them safe, you need to understand that cryptocurrencies are stored in a wallet. Okay, they're stored in a wallet. Now we have different types of wallets. Okay, an online wallet, okay, which is just internet-based, whereby you just have an app, or you have a website. Okay, you have Exodus, you know, those kind of old web wallets. I'm not so sure if they still exist up now. Mobile wallets, this is just an app, okay, whereby you have an app, you download it on your phone, okay, and use it to store your digital currencies. So one of the best app we have already so far is Trust Wallet. So Trust Wallet is built by Binance, and you guys can just go to Play Store, or you go to App Store and see if you can download. Just click Trust Wallet. It shows you something like Bitcoin and crypto something. So you can download that. But to ensure, don't put your Bitcoin there if you're a beginner, so that you need to know how to secure, because you need to put your password, you need to store your seed phrase. Now on the Trust Wallet, you realize there is a seed phrase. Those are very important phrases in case you lose your phone, or in case you change your phone. So if you change your phone, you need to restore your wallet, which probably has some Bitcoins or some cryptos in another phone. So how do you do that? You need to use what you call the seed phrases. Now those seed phrases are for you only. Okay, you are the only one who will know them and identify them. So you have to store them away from your phone or away from your laptop, somewhere where you put your title deeds, your certificates, you know, all those birth certificates. That's where you put such kind of things, so that no one, in case you lose your phone, you can be able to run back and find, or rather recover them, and come and restore your wallet in another phone or in another tablet or something. Okay, so basically that's one of the security things. There's another thing called private key. Also, private key acts in the place of the seed phrases. So make sure also private key, you need to store it away from your phone as well, so that, because you can use it to recover your wallet in case you lose the particular device where you stored your cryptocurrencies. Okay, so desktop wallets, okay, those are also app-based. We have hardware wallets, okay, which are USB. Now these are the ones I'm talking about. We call them Nano Ledger and so on and so forth. So these are the hardware wallets which you can use, but I find they're a bit rare in Africa. Like here in Kenya, it's very hard to get someone who's selling them. So usually it's very simple for you to just go and buy a good phone, okay, download your wallet there, put your cryptos and put it offline, okay, put it offline. That's a different phone. Actually, where you store your crypto should not be your normal phone which you use all the time. Paper wallets, okay, they're also not connected to the internet. All you need to understand is the private key and the public key in that space, so that you can be able to put them on the paper. But remember, once you lose that paper, you lose your cryptocurrencies. How do you stay safe? Okay, ensure to back up your private keys or seed phrases. Yes, I've talked about that. So make sure you back them up. Backing them up means you have to put, or rather write them down separately away from your phone or laptop, because most people, what they do, they take screenshots, or they go to the email and just save them there. Okay, remember your device can get lost. Okay, so if you take a screenshot and your devices get lost, then you lose them. Okay, you lose all your crypto. Because guys, we have seen people lose a lot of money in this industry because of such careless things. So please don't be a victim of that. Just write them down nicely somewhere and go store them away. Actually, I usually advise store them where you store your title deeds. Those very good documents. If you have a safe in the house, store them there, because the cryptos can be worth millions of dollars in the near future. You just don't know. All right. Do not share your password with anyone, including customer service staff. So nobody should call you to tell you, hey, I'm calling you from Binance. My name is so-and-so. Please, we want to verify your account. Please give us your email and your password. No, some customer service will never, Binance customer service will never ask for such kind of things. Okay, no other customer service of any other company should ever ask you for your password or your private details. So that one is a no. Never share your password. Okay. always use a 2FA. So 2FA is two-factor authentication in your exchange accounts, okay? If possible, also in your wallets. So you can use a two-way to enter before you just jump in. You put your password. There's a third way of verifying, whereby there's a separate code. Like now, one of the most famous 2FA is Google Authenticator, okay? Google Authenticator, you can just download it. So Google Authenticator is one of the best you can use to secure your exchange account. Actually, exchange account is very, very important for you guys who are signing up. Make sure you go through that process before you put any cryptos in there. All right, use a very strong password, at least 8 characters, and a mixture of letters, numbers, and also special characters. So there must be a capital letter, okay, at least some few numbers there, and also put sort of special character, okay? Special character can be art and so on and so on. So for example, if you love taking coffee, okay, you know, don't have direct passwords. Like for example, you say my name is George, okay? You say my name is George 123. I mean, what kind of a password is that? Okay, you have some very unique password. For example, I love taking coffee during summer, you know. So you can say like the word you can put like a 1, okay? Love, you can just put a normal L. Love taking, for example, tea, coffee, art, you know, during summer. Instead of you can put an art, you know, those kind of, so that's a way I'm just explaining how you can put a very, very strong password which nobody can be able to comprehend, okay? Or if you have your own personal phrases which you say about yourself, I'm the greatest human being ever, you know, you can use such kind, you say, put number 1 and so on and so on. All right, avoid clicking random links. Okay, now once you join this crypto space, guys, you have to be very secure and you have to be security conscious, okay? You call it being security conscious. You don't just click random links, okay? People send you links all over, groups, WhatsApp group, people just send random links. Now, some of these links, guys, are phishing links, okay? They're phishing sites. They just want to get your, to make access to your phone or laptop or whatever, so that by the time you're entering your password, they've already read that code. And one day you wake up and you find your cryptos are gone, okay? We have seen many guys being robbed of, okay? Their crypto, and they just can't explain how, okay? One of the most biggest influencers has been a victim of that. And, you know, we just don't want us to just go through the, just have to follow strict measures, how not to fall a victim to that. So if you're not trading, okay, store your cryptos off exchange. So basically in the exchange is a place to trade. That's why it's called a marketplace, okay? It's a place to trade. Don't just go store your cryptos there. Just store them away from the exchange, okay? Now, like for example, here we're talking of Binance. Binance is an exchange. So make sure you use Binance the right way to trade. Now, if you're not trading, if you want probably to hold long positions, remove your cryptos from Binance and put them in your Trust wallet, okay? Trust wallet is safe, okay? It's your own independent wallet, but make sure you have your private keys backed up and so on. So always make sure you use the exchange for the right reasons, trading, okay? Not storage. Storage is off exchange. So you either use a wallet, Trust wallet is one of them, or you use these other called storage available. So how do you avoid scams? Okay, because there are so many scams in this space, guys. So many scams in this space. You have to make sure that you are very conversant with cryptos, okay? Invest in knowledge. First of all, you guys being here, kudos for that, because this is part of investing in knowledge. You have invested your time to come and learn and understand the right cryptos, okay? Because there's so many scams, okay? As I said, so many scams in the name of Bitcoin, so many scams in the name of cryptocurrencies. So every time you hear that these lending platforms telling you, hey, put your money here, we'll be paying you monthly, we'll pay you weekly, some will pay you daily, okay? Those are just scams. We call them Ponzi schemes, okay? Learn to trade your cryptos. Now, if you understand how to trade yourself, you'll realize that you can make money very easily yourself. You can make your 1%, 2%, which they're promising people outside there, fake promises, on your own, and you can make even up to 10% and so on. As long as you have the knowledge, you understand how to to trade futures, you have to understand how to trade, to short, to go long, all those understanding on how to trade, you'll be able to understand how broadly you can make money with crypto. The person who trades makes more money than the person who holds, right? Just simple as that. Avoid anything with promises of daily, weekly incomes in the name of Bitcoin, or in the name of cryptocurrencies. We call them high yield investment platforms, high yield investment platform. And we've seen them, guys. We've seen many of them. They come and go. They just come and go. 3 months, they're gone, 2 to 3 months, they're gone. Once they make their money, poof, they're gone. You can't trace them. Now you go outside there and say, hey, I bought Bitcoin and gave these guys. Bitcoin is a scam. No, Bitcoin is not a scam. You gave your Bitcoins to a scammer. So you are the one who was scammed, Crypto plus MLM, we have many companies which talk of, we are coming up with a new coin, but for you to invest, start with $100 and then bring more people, you earn money, bring more people, they invest Bitcoin, they get some fake coins. Those are scams, guys, Real cryptos, you'll never hear them coming up with any way of telling you to go bring more people so that you make more money. No, those are not cryptos, those are just scams, okay. Look at any big crypto, any big cryptocurrency in the space already, Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, Binance Coin, and so many others. You can't find them. They had a way of telling people to bring people to make money. No, there's no standard like that. So be in the right forums, that's another way of gaining knowledge, like Binance community. Please, as we have been directed earlier, kindly ensure you join our community and so on. All right, so I think I'm done. That was fast, I think.
Awesome.
But yeah, so thank you very much. My name is George Wakisha.
Thank you so much, George. That was a really great session. I see a lot of people giving you a round of applause in the chat function on Zoom, and a lot of comments on YouTube as well. A lot of love for Trust Wallet. Thank you all for listening. So before we go ahead to the next part of this event, a few things I just want to let you know. First thing is, there are only 1,000 people able to join on Zoom every day, but we will always be live streaming on YouTube. So please be rest assured that if you can't get into the Zoom, there is also always the YouTube link. Tomorrow we'll share another YouTube link, and the same thing for Sunday. So only 1,000 people can access Zoom. Another thing about that is only the 1,000 people on Zoom every day that have attended all 3 days will be getting certificates of participation. We have almost 1,000 people watching on YouTube right now, so there are a lot of you on YouTube. Unfortunately, to gain the certificate of participation, you have to be here on Zoom and you have to attend all 3 days. But don't be worried, we actually still have giveaways available. Giveaways are available for everybody on Zoom and everybody on YouTube. So before we start the giveaways, I know a lot of you have questions for George. So George, 2 things that we need from you before you go and before we go to the next part of this event is there are quite a few questions in the Q&A function on Zoom. Would like you to answer them in your own time as the event goes along so that we don't waste time with that. But I would like to take a few questions live. So if you want to ask a question, I would really appreciate it if you could raise your hands up now on Zoom. Sorry for those of you on YouTube, you can't answer questions, but you still qualify for the giveaway. So attendees, I'm going to pick 2 or 3 random people on Zoom. I'm going to allow you to talk, and George is going to answer your question live. George, are you ready for that?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, so we'll do 3 people. And then after that, you can answer questions using the Q&A function on Zoom. All right, let me pick someone. Let's go with Ephraim Abstainer. Okay, Ephraim, I've given you access to talk. If you want to be picked, please raise your hand. Saying it in the chat function doesn't help me. Please raise your hand. Tim Lola, I've seen that you want to be picked. Joseph, please raise your hand. Ephraim, I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name properly, but please go ahead with your question.
Like when 12 o'clock, automatic.
Hi, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. Can you speak up a little bit, please?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
It's about the SEFI and then the DeFi.
George, can you
There
be
is-
muted while this person is asking the question?
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, it's about the SEFI and then the DeFi. There's no elaboration on the SEFI and then the DeFi. I just want to know about the SEFI and then the DeFi.
DeFi and DeFi, right? So centralized
Yes,
finance and decentralized finance. George, could you please explain the difference between centralized finance and decentralized finance, please?
All right, so when you talk of decentralized finance, actually this topic will be covered tomorrow, I believe. So it will be covered up in broad. Okay, so decentralized finance is whereby we do not have one central part of control. Okay, it's decentralized. Blockchain is already a decentralized finance. In fact, Bitcoin is the biggest decentralized finance ever had in history because no one controls Bitcoin. Okay, and when you talk of centralized finance, okay, centralized SEFI is whereby there is some form of control. Okay, there is some form of control whereby the originators can allow and disallow participants, can put rules and regulations to that particular aspect. Okay, but in brief, that's about it. But please be sure to be in tomorrow because our next session tomorrow will be talking about decentralized finance into details. All right, into details. Today, my topic is about Bitcoin, okay, and cryptocurrencies, and also to just give you an overview of how and where we are right now.
Okay,
Next
great.
question, please.
Yeah, let's pick the next person. Let's start with Michael Agonsi. Michael, please ask your question.
Oh, good evening. Hello, can you hear me?
Good evening, Michael. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I kind of have two questions, but I'll just join them together. So
Yeah.
the question is, you said something about Bitcoin being available in a fixed supply. That's 21 million.
Yes.
So over the years, we see that demand is going to increase. Is it possible that at some point there will be like diminishing returns? Like once we have 21 million Bitcoins available, and then is it possible for the blockchain to crash?
Okay, now
is it possible for it to crash?
So the question is, number one is it possible for blockchain to crash after we reach the cap of Bitcoin? Okay, now that's question number one. Number two, you are saying you had two questions.
Yeah. The number one question, is it possible for the blockchain to crash? And number two, is it possible for Bitcoin to lose value at some point once demand becomes too much?
All right, so number one thing is that the last Bitcoin, the final Bitcoin according to the code, will be mined on 2140. So 2140, that's like 140 years, 60 years or so from now, or 140 years from now. All right, actually 140 years from now. So that is when the last Bitcoin will be mined. Now, what will that mean to the prices? So once the last Bitcoins are mined, it means that we are going to be using the existing supply of Bitcoins. So that alone, according to the mechanics and the mathematics which were put in place on the Bitcoin code, it is tailor-made to push the prices up so that the currency does not go down, does not diminish in prices. Now, with that, you find that that's why you find some people come out and bet like in the next 1 year, Bitcoin will be $100,000, $1 million, and so on and so on. Okay, we've had guys like that. That's because they're so sure that the way the mathematics have been put in place is that as the demand increases, then the prices ought to go up. Okay, it's a demand and supply curve. So when the demand is high, okay, and the supply is low, the prices go up. The supply is high, the demand is low. Just like the beginning of Bitcoin, the demand was low, okay? The supply was high, okay? Remember they were mining 50 Bitcoins per per every 10 minutes. That was back then. Okay, right now we're doing 6.75 Bitcoin per every 10. So as time goes, it's meant to make it very, very hard to mine, number one, and also to make it very, very easy for prices to go up in the long run. Okay, in the long run. This is not a financial advice, but basically this is how the code has been designed. I hope I've answered no. Now, is it possible for blockchain to crash? No, it's not possible for internet to crash, okay? So think of blockchain like internet, but now it's an internet of value, okay? Think of this blockchain system thing as internet, but an internet of exchanging value. Internet which you have currently is the internet of information, of exchanging information, but not of value. So the current blockchain is internet of value, okay? So is it possible to crash? No, no, not at all. All right, not at all. It's possible to revolutionize to probably something bigger, but nothing to do with crashing. Any other person?
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm going to pick two more people. Tochukwu and Otoide. I think I pronounced your name okay. Please forgive me if I didn't. So let's start with Tochukwu. Hi, Tochukwu. Can you ask your question, please? Tochukwu, you have literally 30 seconds. Please ask your question or else I have to pick someone else. Time is going. Come on.
Okay, that
Hello.
one is not serious.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Yes.
you, Tochukwu. Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah. Good evening, everybody. Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. Please ask your question.
Please, I am just a greenhorn to the whole thing. So I want to find out when you have something like ICO and it comes with a high price tag, then before you know it, the whole thing will just go down. Why is it that way? And my second question should go for this blockchain. I want to know how safe, because I'm getting to find out that we have a lot of wallets, new wallets coming up. I want to know how safe are the new wallets. Thank you. That's
all right. Those are good questions. Sorry. I think those are good two questions. So the first question is on the ICO, okay, investing in ICO, and then before you know it, the prices have come down. And the second question is, there are too many new wallets coming up. So how do you know a wallet is safe? Okay, so let me start with the first question. Talked about ICO. ICO is initial coin offering. So this is whereby people were investing in projects before they were launched. Okay, it's a way of raising funds to a project before a project itself is launched. So back in 2017, what was happening, I'm not so sure if this still continues, is whereby the owners or the founders, they just come up with a white paper. White paper is like a project proposal whereby this is what you are going to do. You're telling people this is our idea, this is what we are going to do. We want funds, okay, so that we can implement our project. Now you guys are given sort of tokens, and then you give them money, okay? So they give you tokens in return. Remember, tokens are not shares, okay, to the company, but basically when you have those tokens, you're like contributing to that particular network or to that particular idea. So they have the money, you guys have tokens. Now you are holding the tokens in the hope that when they launched this company, they will put some sort of utility whereby it's a use case to those tokens. And when they start, let's say, for example, the token, let me just come up with a rough example. These guys were raising funds to build a house, okay? So this house was meant to be rented. Now think of this house as a really, really big house. Now it's going to have millions of people who are going to rent. But the idea on the white paper is that you have to raise funds to help them raise funds so that they can build a house. Now, in return, they gave you a token, probably called house token, okay? Now, you guys are holding house token. Let's say those tokens were like 1 billion of them. And then they have the $1 billion to build their house. So the utility here will be, they'll probably put it on the white paper, is that the guys who are going to rent, they have to buy those tokens for them to rent, and they'll pay their rent using those tokens. So that is a utility. Now, who's holding the tokens? The guys who invested. So for those guys to be able to make money, they probably have already caused a demand for those tokens somewhere. So there will be an exchange and so on. Now, most of those projects usually sound brilliant, okay, at the end of it. But now, after they have already raised the funds, okay, the tokens either are launched, some are launched actually, but some either they don't get launched and they just disappear like that. Or once they launched, they realize that the value start going down and probably nothing comes out of that particular event. So the investors end up losing their money, their investment out of that. So how do you, now that's why we say there's sort of no more of ICOs coming up anymore, because what we have done, we have shifted to what we call IEO, Initial Exchange Offering, whereby before you tell us you want to raise funds, you have to go to an exchange like Binance and pitch your project to the owners of Binance, okay, to the Binance company itself. So we are the ones as Binance probably going to vet you as an individual, or rather as a company, okay, which wants to raise money from the public and say, okay, you are saying you have this experience, show us, and so on and so on. So if you guys are vetted by us and we approve you, then we'll tell the public, hey, we have found out there's some good project here, which will be launching on the Binance. You guys can come and buy their tokens on the Binance exchange. So that is now another thing. They're sure that, again, it's very possible for them to be listed on the exchange as well, and it's very easy for Binance also to follow their track record. Now, remember, the funds are raised with Binance, so they are not going to get all the money. They have to make sure they start putting their work in places. If they don't do that, then the money will be returned to the investors. I think, so that's why we have shifted from ICO, to IEO. Okay, so I think that's the first question on.
I think we have to move on. We're actually running out of time. But I'm going to give a lady Otoide a chance to speak if she's still on this call, but please make your question really, really straight to the point and really quick, because we have so much more to get through today. Otoide, if you can hear me, please go ahead and talk and ask your question rather. Hi, Otoide, can you ask your question, please? You've been allowed to talk. You're unmuted now. Hello. Okay, so I guess she's having issues with her internet. We're going to have to move on.
Hello. Hello.
All right, let's just move on. If you still have questions, can everyone please type them in the Q&A function on Zoom? Great, so let's go on to the next part of today's event. So I saw a few questions on YouTube as well. People asking how many people are teaching today. So
hello.
George.
I said I'm a man. I wanted you to.
We've had the amazing George cover his session today. Sorry, Toide, we can't take your question any longer. George has spoken, and next up we have Brenton. But before we do that, I think we have a giveaway next. So
okay, guys, I think I will be muting myself. So yes. I'm going to share my Twitter handle, okay, at Mwakiganga. So I'm just going to share it right away on the chat section, and I'll be on mute. Thank you very much, Damiela.
Yes, George. George, could you also please share in the chat function your social media handles of how people can reach you and get to know more about what you do? That would be really great. Your Twitter, your Facebook, Instagram, and any other links that you have.
Okay. So.
All right, before we kick that off, I remember saying today that we have a bunch of giveaways all through the 3 days. Today, we have a Q&A giveaway. We have another one tomorrow and another one on Sunday. We also have a sign-up giveaway. I think some of you have seen the sign-up, the link to sign up where you can win up to $20. There's also going to be a trading capital giveaway. I think that's all our giveaways, right, Brenton? But before we do all of those, we have, for those of you that have been paying attention, we have a question and answer giveaway. So basically, Brenton, my colleague in South Africa, is going to be leading that. Brenton, please take it away.
Hi, so like Dami said, this is the first of many giveaways. And in fact, as we are speaking, I'm sharing the Google form to the quiz. So how you win is there are 3 questions, and all 3 questions come directly from George's presentation. So we hope you were paying attention. The form looks like this, and the first 24 people to correctly answer these 3 questions are each going to win $5 in crypto. So there's $120 on the line. Get those questions answered. Remember, it's the first 24. So hopefully you're already answering those questions.
And those of you on YouTube, the link has been shared. I think it's going to work, I hope. Let's see if it does. I think it's working on YouTube.
Oh yeah, we can see the answers already flying in quick and fast. So get those answers in. I hope you were paying attention. And I think in just a few minutes, we'll move on to selecting the winners.
Yes. So let's give those on YouTube a chance to win as well. As I mentioned earlier, so for you to get a certificate of participation, you have to be on Zoom over the 3 days, but everyone, including those on Zoom, have access to the giveaways. So come on, let's see who wins today. Another thing I want to mention, we've seen a few spammers sharing links that are not Binance links or any of the links we've approved. Please be mindful. If it's not a Binance angel, if it's not a member of the Binance team sharing the link, please don't click on them. And also anyone spamming during this event will be removed and banned permanently. And we mean it. Okay, Brenton, I think we've got quite a lot of people.
Yeah, so I think we have much more than 24 winners. So if you didn't win this time around, don't worry, like Dami said, there's giveaways every single day. So we hope to see you tomorrow. But so we don't take up too much time, our first winner, who's got a score of 3 out of 3, well done to you. Our second winner, there we go. Third, so George, you've obviously done a great lesson because we can see that everybody was paying attention. Come now, South Africans. I was expecting, and our Kenyans and Ghanaians, I was expecting, it seems like maybe the guys from Nigeria had a little bit of inside information. So we've got our 11th winner. And guys, I know you're going to be really excited that you just won something. Oh, no, sorry, that's 2 out of 3. Oh, should have paid closer attention to George. 14. These rewards will be distributed to your Binance wallet in about the next 10 days. So we know everyone tends to get a bit excited, but we promise you it'll be in your wallet directly in the next 10 days. There's nothing you need to do. So our 19th winner is from South Africa. Thank you very much. And luckily, our one user got a question wrong. So we can see 20th, 3 out of 3, 21st winner, 22nd winner, 23rd winner, and lucky number 24. So almost every single person got all of the questions right. So well done to you. We'll be sharing those rewards with you over the next 10 days, and keep an eye out for the next giveaway. Don't be disheartened.
Awesome, Brenton, but actually you're our next speaker, so you're not going anywhere.
Yeah, so introducing our next speaker, the Business Development Manager of South Africa, Brenton Naicker.
Welcome, Brenton.
Oh, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here, Danny. So let me just, let me just get my presentation up. Perfect. So what George has done is he's gotten us really excited. And firstly, George, you've done a brilliant job. Gotten us really excited about what is cryptocurrency, what is Bitcoin, what is blockchain. And we've seen the questions coming in quite fast and hard, which we're really excited about. How do I register an account? How do I trade? Where do I find more information? And I think the perfect starting point there is introducing you to Binance. So the institution that put this amazing event together for us today, Africa's most attended crypto event, in case you didn't know. So you're currently sitting in the course of history. But let's learn a little bit more about this company called Binance. So a lot of us know Binance as a cryptocurrency exchange. So where we go when we want to buy some Bitcoin, sell some Bitcoin, or maybe some BNB. But Binance is so much more than just a cryptocurrency exchange. So we're the leading blockchain and crypto infrastructure provider across the entire global crypto market. And we have millions of customers worldwide who absolutely love and use our services. And we know a lot of you are contained within that. So what is Binance trying to do, right? Our vision at Binance is to increase the freedom of money. So George showed us just how amazing this new decentralized money system is. And Binance's vision is to share that knowledge exactly like we are now with as many people as we can. And with a particular focus on us here in Africa, we know that our access to financial services and financial inclusion is a lot different to a lot of the world, which means there really is a use case for cryptocurrency here. And that's why Binance has been building. So like I said, a lot of people think we're just a cryptocurrency exchange, but shortly you'll see that Binance is involved in everything from actually building blockchains to launching projects on blockchains, to educating people, to providing events just like this that spread the knowledge of crypto. So we're quite a good-hearted company, we like to think. But over and above that, our users are literally at the forefront of everything we do. So a lot of people in the first session, you may have thought a couple of these things are a little bit complex for me. And that's why Binance has built our platform to make sure that your experience with any cryptocurrency that you want to use, you want to trade, is the absolute best. And like George said, for those techies out there, our system can actually handle 1.4 million trades or transactions per second. Think about that, 1.4 million per second. So even if you're the most top flight trader, I promise you, your Binance experience will be flawless. So why would you want to trade on Binance as opposed to any other exchange? Well, something that's quite interesting is more than 50% of the trading that happens for most of the biggest cryptocurrencies in the world, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Litecoin, more than half of that trading happens on our platform. And that just shows you how much users love using and engaging the Binance platform. And what that trading activity looks like is Binance currently processes $2 billion, with a B, $billion of trading every single day. So, I mean, for us South Africans here, that is close to 40 billion Rand every single day. People are buying and selling on Binance. So George also mentioned that, there's a lot of really bad actors in the space. And I know a lot of you had a lot of questions about, oh, are my funds safe? How do I know that my funds are safe? Well, Binance is committed to making sure that we take care of all of those things, so you don't have to. So Binance is currently fully compliant in 4 different countries around the world. We have these businesses on 4 different continents, and we're currently expanding to another 14 regions, as if that wasn't enough. And the reason, one of the many, many reasons that people tend to love Binance so much is because we make sure that there's only quality for you to trade. So as a new user, if you had to log on to a platform like CoinMarketCap and take a look there, there's thousands of cryptocurrencies that are currently available. I mean, like George said, someone could literally come out with Housecoin tomorrow. So as a new user, how do you know, and this is one of the questions we had, how do you know what's a good project, what's a bad project, what's a scam? So George has given you some red flags, but just to give you some extra confidence, less than 3% of the projects that apply to be listed on Binance actually get accepted. That means if 100 people apply to put their tokens on Binance, only 3 of them will actually get their cryptocurrency on Binance. So when you log on and you see, 40, 50, 100 different cryptocurrencies available on Binance, every single one of those have gone through a strict vetting process to make sure that only the best projects are available for you. And obviously, in a new industry where so many things are a little bit uncertain, it's really easy to get confused. Again, Binance puts our customers at the forefront of everything we do. So our customer support actually has a 95% satisfaction rate. And us Africans are very hard to deal with. So you'll know just how good that is. And 80% of our tickets get solved in less than 24 hours. So if you have an issue, you don't have to panic and sit there for a week with your hair falling out. Our Binance team will most likely get back to you well before 24 hours. So you've always got a partner. Not only do you have the highest quality projects, but you've always got someone, literally just a live chat function away to help you. So like we said, Binance is global, but how global are we? So we currently service users every day from over 180 countries. We also have team members from over 40 countries. So as you can see today, we've got team members with us from Nigeria, from Kenya, from South Africa, and we have team members spread out all across the world. And the Binance interface is actually offered in over 15 languages to make sure that engaging with it is as easy and smooth as possible for all of our users. So we've had a lot of talk about this CeFi, DeFi thing, and Binance Exchange itself is a centralized exchange. And in our opinion, those are the best places for especially new users, because you have that live chat customer support that'll help you 24 hours a day. You've got people that are spending weeks and weeks and huge amounts of resources doing all the research in these projects, so you don't have to. But over and above that, Binance makes it really, really simple and cheap to buy cryptocurrencies. So on Binance, whether you're looking at trading, whether you're looking at depositing, withdrawing, Binance offers some of the lowest fees in the world when it comes to crypto asset ecosystems. You can also transact in seconds. So if you decided right now, I wanted to sign up a Binance account and I verified my account, you can use your Visa or your MasterCard, which you'll see now, to literally buy yourself your first little bit of Bitcoin within 2 minutes. So you can transact on Binance in minutes, if not seconds. And then we make it really convenient for you, because obviously if you're a trader and you make a profit, you want to be able to get that in your bank account as cheaply and as easily as possible. And if you see a good trade that maybe you want to take, you want to be able to put some money into your account as easy as possible. And that's exactly what Binance provides you. So you're a new cryptocurrency user, or maybe not even a user yet. We're welcoming you to the Binance family today, hopefully. And you decide, okay, I really want to get involved in this cryptocurrency thing, whether you want to invest in some crypto or stake some crypto in DeFi or just get into trading. Binance has a number of different ways that you can actually fund your account, withdraw your profits, and it really is so easy. So one of the first funding methods we have is bank transfers, and it's 100% free to deposit money. So if I deposit $1,000 or 1,000 Rand or #1,000,000 Naira, that's what lands in my Binance account. It's really easy to use. So all of us have done bank transfers when we owed our friend from last week's night out some money, and he's like, hey, can you send me that money? We log into our app and we just do a quick bank transfer. And that's exactly how you fund your account. It's no different. And with Binance, you can actually link your bank account, which makes it super easy to deposit and withdraw at any time directly from the app. So another option that we have is using any Visa or MasterCard to buy your favorite cryptocurrencies. So any Visa or MasterCard includes credit cards and debit cards. So pretty much any bank card that you have, you can use on Binance to buy cryptocurrency within minutes. And it's literally within seconds. We just have to say minutes. And it's so easy to use. It's like buying a pair of shoes on an online store. You literally go there, put in your card details, click buy, and that is pretty much it. And another service that Binance offers is something called peer-to-peer. So as George astutely described earlier, peer-to-peer means something is happening just between two people, right? There's nobody in between. And how peer-to-peer works is it's completely free. It's 100% safe because Binance offers something called escrow that you can read up on. And you can buy and sell cryptocurrencies in your local currencies within minutes. So whether I want to buy some Bitcoin for rands, whether I want to sell some Ethereum for Naira, I can do that within minutes, and I can actually set my own prices. So if I bought some Bitcoin at $9,000 and I want to make sure I make a profit, I can set the selling price at $9,100 and it will never sell for anything except that. So it's really easy to get your money in and out of Binance. You literally deposit fiat, trade or invest, and then withdraw the money to your bank account when you're done. So I told you guys that I was gonna hopefully really impress you. And this is something that really impresses me. So in 2017, in about June, Binance launched, right? So we're literally only 3 years old. And after 1 year, we had a spot exchange and we launched a couple education arms and of course the Trust Wallet that we've all heard a lot about. Just 1 year on from that, we absolutely exploded to include our staking markets, P2P, fiat, margin lending, all of these products and ecosystems that Binance has. But of course, being Binance, they did not stop there. And as it stands right now, as of June 2020, this is the Binance ecosystem. So when I said Binance is so much more than just a cryptocurrency exchange, did you know that Binance Charity has donated thousands and thousands of dollars worth of personal protection equipment to frontline workers in South Africa and across Africa? We have an investment and incubation arm, which has helped some of the highest potential projects in Africa actually get funding, get launched, and create successful businesses. And of course, we have our education arm. So you can learn anything that you want about cryptocurrency, about blockchain, about trading. You can learn it 100% free by purely going to Binance Academy. And if you're a bit more of an advanced user, Binance Research releases amazing reports. So a lot of you are asking, how do I know if a crypto project is good? Go on Binance Research and see if they have a report on it. And all of the information you need will actually be there. So we've gotten you really excited about Binance. Whether you're a beginner or an advanced user, Binance has something for you. So for those trading cowboys, you can see with Binance Futures, you can actually trade with up to 125 times leverage. So for you traders out there, you can deposit $1,000 and make a $125,000 trade. But obviously there's a lot of risk in that. So if you're a beginner, please start on what's called Binance Spot. And I think we've already spoken about a few of our products that we offer traders. We've touched on a few of the education arms that we have. So I'd really implore you, please go check out Binance Academy. And Binance, the exchange, was actually launched by doing our own ICO that George mentioned in 2017. So in 2017, Binance did an ICO and raised money by selling this BNB token. And they used that money to build this amazing platform that I've just shown you. So we can see that this new way of raising money and doing things in certain circumstances is massively successful. And although this is not financial advice, the BNB market cap is currently $3.1 billion. And it's in fact been one of the best performing cryptocurrencies through 2018 and through 2019. So maybe, check it out. And why does BNB, or what is BNB and what can I do with it? Well, there's no way I'm going to be able to go through this, but as you can see, I can do everything from book hotels and flights directly with my BNB. I can pay for loans, DeFi. I can buy goods and services. I can pay for things like properties. So BNB has an amazing number of use cases. And as the Binance ecosystem grows, which I mean, I just showed you, it grows at ridiculous rates, so will the use cases of BNB. And I love just shocking people with this, and because it actually shocked me as well. So we mentioned that Binance launched in 2017. 3 years later, here we are. But did you know it only took Binance 42 days from the day they launched to become the number 10 exchange in the entire world? After 92 days, we were at number 5. And after 5.5 months from launching, we were the number 1 exchange in the world. And as many of you may know, and if you don't, we are still currently and will always be the number 1 exchange in the world. And for those of you who didn't know, this is our fearless leader, Changpeng Zhao, affectionately known as CZ. Many of you may have heard about CZ. And here he is on the cover of Forbes, as he's appeared, you know, in Bloomberg, CNBC Africa. And it's because of this monumental thing that he's built. So not only is this a huge achievement, what we've done and what we're going to do in terms of the last 3 years, but we can see that even the likes of Forbes and Bloomberg are taking notice of Binance. So I hope that gave you guys a little bit of an overview of who we are, what we do, where we came from. I know we're running out of time a little bit, so I think I'd love to maybe take some questions on Binance now.
Yes, so we'll take some questions live again. If anyone wants to ask a question live, please put your hand up and Brenton will answer about 2 or 3 of those questions. A few things I want to say before we start that. I've seen a lot of you asking about how to get access to this event. So every day, 1,000+ people will be able to join on Zoom. Okay, after we reach our capacity of 1,000 people, everyone else will have to join the YouTube stream. We'll be streaming on YouTube every single day. So please don't worry, you will still get a chance to listen to the great knowledge we're sharing out. Again, for giveaways, you still have access to giveaways if you're on YouTube. So the money will be shared on for those on Zoom, for those on YouTube. We'll always share the forms for the giveaways on both channels. The only thing is that to receive a certificate of participation, only the people who have attended all 3 days on Zoom will qualify. Brent, is there anything else? I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. And we hope you guys really enjoyed day 1. Yes. I know I did.
Yes, and so
yeah.
Yeah, before we take some questions, I just want to let you know just what's happening tomorrow. We're going to go through, obviously, Granger Bessie is going to be covering passive income on Binance and talking about DeFi. As George said, we'll talk about DeFi to a large extent tomorrow. And then Babs, our business development manager, will be talking to you about setting up your trading account on Binance, demo sign up, security, KYC, and all the different forms of trading on Binance. We'll have a giveaway on day 2 as well. We'll also be announcing the sign up giveaways. So angels and team members, can you please share the sign up giveaway link again here in Zoom, and I will share it on YouTube. And then on Sunday, we have Chrisani coming back to go into crypto trading proper. So 30 tips on how to become a crypto trader, understanding market psychology. So that's what you can expect on day 2 and day 3. Okay, let's now do some live Q&As. Let's see who has questions. If you want to ask a question, please put your hand up and also let me know in the chat function because I see I'm in trouble. A lot of you are angry with me that you didn't get to ask questions. So let me see who wants to ask a question. Pick me. Okay, Bazuno, we'll go with you first, then Francis. Okay, let me find Bazuno. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing your names properly. Hi,
yeah.
Bazuno.
Yeah, good day, everyone. You actually pronounced the name correctly.
Awesome. Where are you from?
I'm from Nigeria.
Nigeria. Okay, great.
Yeah. You know, we here in Nigeria, we are actually currently experiencing difficulty buying crypto on Binance with our MasterCard. So I really don't know if it's something that is actually, if it's a general thing. So I I actually want to know what is the problem. Why is it like that we're actually having issues?
Babs, do you have? Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Hi guys. So buying crypto on Binance using card for the Nigerian users is been a bit difficult for some banks, and we are currently fixing that. Hopefully, before the end of this month, we should be able to have a better success rate. But for now, we announced on TG Group in the Nigerian TG Group the banks, the bank cards that work, so it can be a lot easier for you to just know if yours will work or not.
Great, thank you, Emmanuel. I'm going to take the next question. Jennifer Oko, I want to give a lady a chance to speak because we've heard from a lot of men today. So, Jennifer, what's your question, please?
Okay, my question has actually been answered. It's about the bank cards. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can, Jennifer. Any other questions?
No, sorry, that's my question, and I think he's answered it already. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us today. All right, David, I think I've seen you as well. David Edu. Okay, David, please ask your question.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we
perfectly
can.
Yeah.
David, ask your question, please. David? Okay, let's go to someone else. All right, I'm going to pick one more person. Before I do that, I just want to let you know there's a giveaway. So, I mentioned that we have a bunch of giveaways. I'm sure you guys are all like giveaway, so many. There's a trading capital giveaway at the end of this masterclass on day 3. Now, to be able to access that trading capital giveaway, we're going to be sharing a form daily, a feedback form, because we really want to get your feedback on this event and how it's running and what you'd like to learn from. As you know, the masterclass goes on every month. So to qualify for the trading capital giveaway, we're going to share a feedback form. I think the angels are sharing that now in Zoom, and I'll also share that on YouTube. We need you to fill the form we share every day, and we will do a raffle where we will draw winners from 3 different countries, because we want to be fair. So only attendees that fill all 3 days will be put in the raffle draw. So those of you attending here on Zoom and YouTube for day 1, day 2, and day 3, you stand a chance to win. The feedback form will be shared every day. There'll be a different form every day. So for you to win, again, you have to have filled all 3 forms to qualify, all 3 forms on all 3 days to qualify for the raffle draw. Okay. And I think we're giving away, how much are we giving away?
$300. Trading capital.
$300. Yeah. So each person will get $100. Okay. So let's take one more question. Let's see who has their hands up. Please, guys, don't be angry at me. I'm trying my best to answer. Let me see. Me, Vakai, Israel. Okay, let's take Vakai and Israel, and that will be the last few that we take today. Hi, Vakai. Vakai, we can hear you.
How are you?
Hi, we're great. How are you doing?
Now I'm okay. Yeah, calling from South Africa.
Brilliant, Vakai. And what's your question?
Yeah, I wanted to know, is there any way of staking Bitcoin, say, on Binance, so that you can get some interest like they do with some other cryptos, like on Polkadot, you can stake some Polkadot on Kraken or some other exchanges and earn some interest. So I don't know, on Binance, is there any way we can also earn some interest on Bitcoin, where we can stake Bitcoin and then earn some interest?
So brilliant question, Vakai. In fact, Binance has one of the biggest decentralized finance ecosystems. So yes, you can. So what you'll do is when you log into your Binance account, you'll see one of the tabs at the top. In fact, let me just show you. Sorry. There we go. So Binance in fact does. So if you come here to finance, when you log into your account and you come here to Binance Earn, you'll actually see that there's a whole bunch of products, and these include Bitcoin as well. So you can see, you can actually stake your Bitcoin here and earn up to 13.49% a year. So to answer your question, Vakai, yes, you can stake Bitcoin and as well as a number of other currencies like USDT, BNB, Ethereum, and you can do that and earn interest. And the way to do that is simply just register, log into your account, come here to finance and Binance Earn. So I hope that answers your question, Vakai. And I'm really looking forward to seeing your deposits show up on Binance and get into those savings products.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Vakai. Sorry about that. I think I cut off for a second. I can't remember who I was supposed to pick next. Was it
Israel,
Francis?
Israel, I think. Israel.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I got caught up. And yeah, another thing, someone was asking, what is the 8-digit number that we're asking for on the feedback form?
Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Yeah, so what I'll do is, let me share that as well now. So what you do to get your user ID is as soon as you log into Binance, you'll come here to the little person icon, click your email address, and it is quite tricky because it's a little bit hidden, but you'll see that there's an 8-digit number here on your dashboard, and this is where you get the user ID.
Great. I think Israel, you are going to be the last question for today. Everyone, we can only take so many questions each day. Please remember that the angels can answer your questions. The team members can answer your questions using the Q&A function on Zoom. We're trying our best. Thank you so much to the angels. They've answered over 330 questions today. That is amazing. So a round of applause for the angels. Thank you so much, Binance Angels. You're amazing. Thank you, Binance team. And thank you all for your great questions today. All right, Israel. There are 2 Israels now. Let's see which Israel it was. Hi, Israel. Can you ask your question, please?
Hello, good evening.
Hi, Israel. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, I have a question.
There's a lot of feedback from you.
Yeah, I have a question. The question is like, what is a Launchpad and a Uniswap? That's my number 1 question.
Okay.
And secondly, I got a message from a Binance that cheaper wallet is not supported for like buying of cryptos and crediting the wallet. How true is that?
Okay, perfect. So I think let's start with the first one. Binance Launchpad is actually something that Binance put together whereby they incubate and help some of like the highest potential projects to actually launch. So by holding a certain number of BNB, you can actually win tickets that give you the chance to invest in these projects. And over and above that, there's a part of Launchpad called Launchpool. So there you don't even have to buy the tokens for new projects. You can stake, just like we were talking about earlier. You can stake like your BNB, your BUSD, and you actually earn these new tokens that are being released on Launchpad. I think the second one was Uniswap. So it's been all the rage recently with, you know, the $1,200, it's $1,200 airdrop. And Uniswap is a part of something that George spoke about, which is DeFi. So Uniswap is really just a decentralized exchange protocol that allows you to sort of exchange tokens really, really easily. So the Uni token is the sort of token that is used within this ecosystem, and you can trade Uni, buy Uni, sell Uni on Binance. And then I think I'm so sorry, the third question related, Dami, could you just refresh my memory, maybe?
Launchpad?
I think that was... Oh, Chipper Wallet, brilliant. Thank you so much, Israel. Yes, Chipper Cash. So Chipper Cash is still completely supported for P2P, as far as I'm aware. And I literally just logged into my peer-to-peer wallet before I jumped on, and I actually have a ChipperCash account, and it's plugged in there. So I do not think that that is true at all. Maybe Bubs, if you can clarify, maybe for Nigeria, which again I'm also sure ChipperCash is completely active.
Yeah, so ChipperCash is very much supported on Binance P2P. So it's a payment method. So if you want to buy crypto and you have ChipperCash, you can actually pay a merchant on Binance, and they will, sell crypto to you.
Awesome. I think we are now at the end of the event today. So I just want to say thank you all for joining. Can everyone hear me? I feel like we're a bit stuck. If you can hear me, please let me know.
We can hear you, Dami.
We can hear you.
Awesome. Okay, Babs, your video kind of faded out for a bit. So thank you all for joining us today. Thank you all for your great questions. And I always love the masterclass because everyone is so passionate. The chat function here on Zoom, the question and answer, the YouTube comments. Thank you so much. Giveaway winners, you will get your giveaway winnings in about 10 days. I think 10 working days. And just a reminder, tomorrow we start at the same time, 5 p.m. 6 p.m. SAST, 7 p.m. EAT. So Kenya, South Africa, Nigeria time. What else do we need to let them know? So again, just remember that tomorrow, if you want to join the Zoom, it's first come, first served. Unfortunately, we can only have about 1,000 people here on Zoom. We've had so many today, 1,000 on Zoom and the rest on YouTube. But please remember that if you are on YouTube, you still qualify for giveaways, so don't worry about that. But unfortunately, the certificate of participation is only for those that attend all 3 days on Zoom. So if you're really all about your education, be here on time. In fact, be here before us. Thank you all for listening. Thank you for joining. Thank you to our speakers, George. Thank you, Brenton, Emmanuel, and the rest of the team. Thank you to our angels. Remember, tomorrow is about DeFi. We've got Gray Jabesi speaking, and we've also got Emmanuel talking to us about setting up an account on Binance. Thank you, guys. Have a great day.
Bye, guys.
Yeah.